Oh my gosh, I'm sorry! I cannot control it. Hey, well, it's been a while and my latest vid isn't that brimming with positivity. And the current video that I've been working on is going to take a lot of time. So I'll post this vid to let all my fellow artisans know that I am alive. Yippee. As you can see, I'm currently work in progress, so you have to bear with me. Soon, I will be complete, and so is the background. I'd say around March, I might probably upload my next vid and be more consistent. Please be patient with me. So today, I will show you my process on how I made my avatar. And I will also share some thoughts about it. This will be a lot more personal in a way, but maybe it's something that you can relate to and might help you with making your avatar, or if you're like me, redesigning it. So let's start. First, I'm going to show you my very first avatar. And let me tell you, I like this illustration. I tried my best in the background, although my props needs a bit more working, because that water bottle is not doing a good job of looking like a water bottle. When I made this illustration, I just wanted to draw for fun. I never really intended this to make this a thing or as an avatar, but I really fell in love with her design, especially the hair. So like, you know what? I'm gonna make this my avatar. I was very much inspired of artists having their own mascot, so I wanted one too. All I have to do is adjust a few things and we're good to go. So this is the first ever character avatar that I designed for myself. I believe. I don't remember if I ever have an avatar before. Anyway, moving on. So the design is just slightly adjusted. Obviously, I gave her a skirt and I really love the higher. Higher. Even up until now, this hair is really good. I really like it. Especially the pink flower thing going on. It really pops well. Although I don't understand why she's beat up. Oh my gosh, I think I was being edgy. No. I love this so much that I even rendered it. Oh my gosh, this was the era of where I was willing to do rendering. If you haven't known me for so long, I hate rendering, especially right now. I feel like the more I grow as an artist, the more I hate rendering. Anyway, I rocked this mascot in my early commission days, but now I'll tell you what's the issue that I discovered with this mascot. I will admit, when I made this character, there was no planning at all. Based on what I said earlier, I really just took a random character from my illustration and took her as a mascot. So my main reason for why I made her my mascot is just because she's cute. So this falls under the rule of cool, or in this case, the rule of cute. You probably heard what rule of cool means, and for the ones who doesn't know about it, here, let me explain. Well, for me, it means that your decision for the design is mainly for the sake of making it look cool. Like, there's no plan or a strong reason behind the design of the character. Like, example, I mentioned before that I have no reason why I put like bandages and scars over her. I just really thought it was cool and edgy. I don't know, it was crazy before maybe. Even though that you have no plan or reason to make a certain design, I feel like obviously you will still have an overall theme, but you just don't know what you're going to have exactly, or you won't understand the overall aesthetic quite well. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I believe if you want to plan the design, you have to start with figuring out the core theme of your character. Not only you will have a better design, but it's absolutely satisfying when the theme of the character is on point, or you were able to meet that goal. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yeah. Of course, there is nothing wrong for having an avatar mainly because you just adore it, especially if that's what you really want. But The problem that lies with that is sometimes you can be blinded by the other details that might be important to you. That's exactly what happened to me. It's either that or I'm just stupid. I learned that one of the best ways to have a memorable character design is through their limited color palettes. When I soon remembered that and I look at my character, I notice a big, major issue. Here's the thing. The color palette is fine for me. It's readable. The problem is just, mainly me. A very personal problem. Because I absolutely don't like the color orange. Okay, let me explain. My relationship with orange is more complicated than your regular couple. Like, I love and hate orange at the same time. Like, it's a 50-50 thing. But let me continue to explain, okay? I absolutely adore and love warm tones. I love orange if it's a natural color like leaves and flowers. Heck, my favorite season is the autumn, even though I never experienced it yet. But I absolutely hate orange if it's on a vehicle, clothing, especially furniture. I mean, orange is fine so long as it's not the primary color of the design. So, you might be thinking, Mari, if you don't like the color orange, then why give her a color orange jacket? And my answer to that, because I basically fooled myself into thinking that I was in love with that orange jacket and was willing to use that as a mascot. Is that a big deal? Well, kind of. As I mentioned before, good character designs are easily remembered with their iconic color palettes. And I sit down and really think to myself, do I really want to be remembered as the orange character? I'm like, nah, no, I don't want that. The orange not even my favorite color. So what was I thinking? So I want to change that, okay? I want to change it. So that's what we're going to do. So this is the second design. I made the orange slightly more yellow. And instead of a plain old jacket, I turned it into a hoodie. Her outfit is also an overall. I'm a huge fan of that aesthetic. I think the biggest change here is the hairstyle and the socks. And I really, really love the socks. Spoiler alert, that actually made it to the final design. And another spoiler alert, the two buttons on the jacket made it also into the final design. That's kind of cute. This design was actually good. I actually prefer the silhouette better than the previous one. However, it was short-lived. I struggled to redraw the braids all over again, so I did another redesign and this time I reverted back to the previous hair. Isn't that kind of stupid? But I changed the hair color and I will tell you it took a strong will to get rid of that dark hair color. Because I thought that one of the issues of this character design is the dark tones. Now, because I never started to make a theme for my mascot, I was struggling to figure out her identity. Like, what is she? Is she a clown because I drawn her big red boots and a ribbon? Or is it just a casual outfit? What is she really? And oh my gosh, why did I put back the bandages again? Mari, what are you thinking? And I also gave her an umbrella because why not? Spoiler alert, I never do that again. Funny enough, even though I have this design, I never actually used it. Heck, I didn't even finish the illustration, so that means something is wrong. I am not in love enough with this design to make me want to keep drawing them again. So off to the drawing board yet again. So what I did first is tackle the obvious struggle, which is the bangs. I really love them so much, but it's really hard to draw them consistently. If you know me, I love to draw my characters with their consistent look. Drawing them severely off model bugs me a lot. So I have no choice but to change the hairstyle. So I made the basic shapes, and sure enough, this was easy for me to draw, and I fell in love with it fast. I'm glad that happened quickly. Okay, I was super satisfied with this design that I even used it as a merch. Okay, hold up. Future Mary here. For context, I made this video back in February, and I never had the chance to do it again because I need to prioritize something first. And yeah, and now it's March 21. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What I'm trying to say is that I have to cut off half of the video of this because I feel like it drags too long. So I'm here to try and summarize what I'm trying to accomplish in this video. I'm sorry if I sound sick because I am kind of sick. So we have no choice. We have to bear each other. So I'm sorry. So in my fourth avatar, I just want to mention that is the time where I actually really thought of the theme of the character, because as I mentioned in the video, my first to third avatar, I didn't think of any theme. I just designed them because that's how I feel like it. I feel like that it is right. I just feel like they are just adorable. It's just pure instinct, and I wasn't thinking of what purpose that they are serving or what kind of identity that they're representing. I wasn't thinking any of that. So in the fourth character design of my avatar, I started to really think about it. I thought of princess and youth and happiness. And the reason why I thought of that is because my character Peppercorn, yes, that is her name. I did not mention that until right now. Is actually inspired by the book of Ecclesiastes, because my my brand name is Uklisi. It's a shortcut name for Ecclesiastes, and I don't wanna go to the technical reason because I don't wanna make this longer anymore. So Solomon is the author of that book. So I just thought that maybe if I made Peppercorn a little bit more royalty relating to the author of Ecclesiastes, that would be my theme. So I went with that, and I kind of like it for the longest time, but eventually I were out of the color theme. I didn't like the dark color, even though it looks good, but for me, I didn't like having the dark color as the main primary color on that model. Okay, so I restarted again and basically changed the outfit. I love the hair, so that remains the same. So this time I actually just threw away the princess theme. I'm like, I'm not really feeling that, so I start over with the theme, and I wanted something blue. Okay, that's my main idea. I want blue and yellow. So instead of thinking of a theme or restarting a theme, my priority was color. Okay, so I wanted to prioritize the main color, which is blue and yellow, and then I wanted to make it more childlike, which is in Ecclesiastes, because that book is kind of for the youth. So I want to make it childlike, and there, as you can see, I'm redesigning the outfit a bit more to make it more appealing, and overall, I want to have fun redrawing the character. I think that's the issue that I keep having with this avatar, is that I don't find the outfit very interesting enough for me to keep redrawing them all over again, because I keep getting tired of drawing the same thing. So I needed a character design that will really stick to me, that I won't get bored in the long run. So I really put an effort on the outfit this time, and yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I cannot control it. Excuse me. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, I can breathe well now, so let's continue. I know I said that following the theme first, or figuring out what's the theme of your character, is probably the best first step, but that has become a secondary in this avatar. The reason why I did that decision, because I just realized that throughout of the issue that I have with this avatar, the main issue is the main color palette. I keep having to go back and forth. First I was orange, then I was red and yellow, then I'm this dark, I don't know, princess dark outfit, and I didn't really stick with that, and none of that stick with me. So I have to tackle the color palettes first and then figure out the theme that surrounds that color palette. So that can happen. You can, anything is flexible, as long as it works for you. I'm just suggesting that maybe if you start off with the theme first, it's a lot better than having no theme at all. Okay, I started out with no theme, and I struggled so poorly. So yeah, that's where we're going with it. So the obvious change here is her skirt, I guess. It's a little bit more poofy and it has more volume. So while I was coloring this, right, I have a blue, yellow, and somewhat of a pastel rainbow color going on. A theme suddenly occurred to me, like a main theme. So what I thought of, or the overall outfit, reminds me of bubbles. Well, I'm not the first one to realize that. When I sent this to a friend, she was like, she looks like bubbles. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so perfect. Because as a kid, I love bubbles. Even up until now, okay? I love bubbles. If I saw bubbles, I'm gonna freak out. I even have a bubble at my home, and I use them as my stress relief. I love bubbles, so I want a bubble theme around her. Perfect. She's blue and yellow and pastel. It's just everything just connected. So I love it. We're gonna keep the bubble theme, and maybe I'll put a little bit of a secondary theme. Who knows? Is this the final design? Here's the thing, I don't know. Maybe I will tweak it a bit, okay? But this is basically the overall design. I just have to tweak a little bit of things, but this is what my avatar looks like so far, and I love it. I love the colors, I love the outfit. All I have to do is just adjust a few things, then we're good to go. So this is the current avatar. I really love it. I love the blue, the yellows. I just love the baby theme color thing, okay, that is going on. Thank you for watching this. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And yeah, and if there's any adjustment to my avatar, I guess I will still, record the process and see what we can do for that. Okay, thanks.